My name is Andrea, and I'm so happy you're here. If you're anything like me, not a day goes by where you don't see an influencer promoting a meal kit. There's HelloFresh, Green Chef, Home Chef, Purple Carrot, Blue Apron, and Hungryroot, and on and on. That's where you get a box delivered to your home once a week or every other week or something that has a few meals and instructions to prepare them. The idea of getting ingredients for meals that are already measured out and pre-portioned can be really appealing. I even had a HelloFresh subscription a few years ago. The meals tasted really good, but cooking them was way more work and took way longer than I thought it would. A recipe would have you cutting up 10 vegetables and have 2 pots on the stove and a pan in the oven while making a homemade salsa. And they said that all of that would take 20 minutes, which it never did. A couple of months ago, I saw a YouTuber doing a sponsored section for Hungryroot. She was showing some of the meals she made, and they were all 3 or 4 ingredients, super low prep, super easy, just heat something up in a pan, throw something in the microwave. And I thought, I can do that. So I went and took their online quiz, and they put together a box for me that had meals, snacks, groceries, and it was all matched to my preference, and it was actually pretty awesome. I'm a chronic meal skipper, so having something that's ready to go like that really worked for me. So in this video, I'll take you through what I got in my second ever Hungryroot box, as well as the meals I cooked with it and the snacks I got and how I would rate everything. And then at the end, I'll give you some final thoughts on how I think the week went and give you prices for what all of this costs, because it's really a convenience item. So is it worth it paying a premium to have this service? And without further ado, here we go. Okay, so here I am with the Hungryroot box that just arrived. I don't know what's in here because I forgot that with these boxes you need to schedule what you want to be in your box ahead of time, and I did not do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and see what I have. Okay, so this is what we have. I've kind of organized it into meals, and then these are snacks. So I'll go over, this is a bowl with crispy chicken nuggets, broccoli, and a vegan Caesar dressing or sauce, or I don't know. And then this is another meal, tomato marinara, spinach, garlic, chicken sausage, and butternut squash ravioli. Another one, this is a sweet kale salad mix with just some already cooked grilled chicken. And then this is a sandwich. So sourdough bread, turkey, pepper jack cheese, cucumber. Last meal is a breakfast one. So it's the Siggy's, I assume that's how you say it, and vanilla yogurt and some cherry almond granola. And then there are a lot of snacks here. There's a truffle popcorn, tamale perfect bar, fruit crisp, a garlic hummus, like non-dipping thing, chicken jerky stick, packet of chocolate chip cookies, package of turkey jerky, and a container of almond chickpea cookie dough. Now, this all does look really good, but there are some things here that I definitely would not have chosen for myself. I'm gonna eat, I'm not gonna let any food go to waste. I'm gonna get this in the refrigerator, and I'll get back to you later in the week as I cook these things. I think what I'm also going to do is create a meal plan of when I'm having each meal and then kind of figure out the other groceries I need to supplement it. I have my meal plan here and I just basically went through and plopped in where all of the meals they sent me are going to go. You'll also see there are some things on the meal plan that I need to go grocery shopping for, like fruits and mushrooms. Welcome to my kitchen. It's still Monday. I've just showered and put on pajamas, which feels so nice, but it also means that it's 9 o'clock at night. So I gotta get going. So this is the crispy chicken Caesar rice bowl. So that has this rice, breaded chicken nuggets, broccoli florets, and some vegan Caesar dressing. Good morning. It is Tuesday and I'm switching things up and having my leftovers from last night for breakfast because I want to wait until I have fruits to do the whole like granola yogurt thing. So I'll probably have that for lunch. Just got back from the store and let me show you what I got. The bag says Whole Foods, but it's really from Wise, which is just like a local standard grocery store in Maryland. And so I may have went a little overboard with the fruit, but it's summer and the window to get summer fruit is so short. So I just went for it. So I got cherries, green grape, nectarines. I'll have these, I'll slice these up and I'll have them on with my yogurt and granola. It's like so good. I got mushrooms to go along with the pasta tonight. Watermelon, kind of a splurge, but looked really good. Last is a Celsius. I don't drink these that often, but sometimes you just need some energy and I'm not a coffee drinker. So let's see, in total, this cost $28 even. I rounded up for charity, that kind of thing. So yeah, $28 even for all of this. I wanted to show you my little Velcro dog right there. Always right there. Lunchtime. I guess 5 o'clock is as good a time as any to have lunch. Honestly, my schedule has just been so off. I taught this past school year and we are on summer break and I feel like my days are just kind of melding together and yeah, it's a little hard. I'm also waiting to hear about another job, so we'll see. Here's the final product. Hi again. It's a few hours later and we're back in the kitchen to make dinner. This one is going to be the spinach garlic chicken sausage and I'm adding some mushrooms to that and just a standard marinara sauce, but makes it even easier is I actually have leftover cooked pasta, so I don't have to do that part of it. This kind of thing or a variation of this is right in my wheelhouse. This is something I have a lot, usually with ground turkey instead of chicken sausage, but it looks good and it should be super easy to put together. So here is the final dinner. Really easy to make. I could have used 2 pans if I wanted to, but I just didn't feel like it. And but that was made to go quicker. So I've got my dinner, got sparkling water, and I'm gonna go watch RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Let's make some breakfast. So for lunch today, I have a turkey sandwich with cheese and cucumber slices, and then I also added some honey mustard to it. So I messed up. Last night, after I cooked dinner, I ate it, I was watching some TV, and I forgot to put away my leftovers, and they sat out all night. So, especially since there's meat in it, I couldn't eat it again. So, tonight, I'm having the green chili chicken tamale that was also in my box. And it's really interesting because it says that I don't have to remove it from the package. I just stick this thing in the microwave, which sounds weird to me, but I'm gonna try it. So here it is. Here's dinner. I have a tamale, which worked out fine in the microwave, and just some cucumbers from earlier, and some baby carrots I already had online, and a little Italian dressing. So, I'll probably have a snack or something a little later because I don't know if this is enough food for me for dinner, but we'll see. One other thing I wanted to mention, because I just got a text from Hungryroot saying that some things in my next order are no longer available. Like they had to switch a salad kit that I was supposed to get with some salmon to a different salad kit, which, no big deal. And then there was arugula that was supposed to go in a sandwich, and they just nixed that all together. Which is totally fine, but I've just never seen that happen. Like I've never seen that happen when we used to get HelloFresh. Good morning. It is Thursday and I just made my breakfast of yogurt, fruit, and granola, which I've been really loving this week. The yogurt came in a 4-pack and I've used 3 of them and the 4th one was damaged. So this is actually my last morning having this breakfast. Hello. It is lunch on Thursday and I just made another one of these turkey sandwiches and I put some fruit with it. This is actually the last meal you're gonna see me make because I'm going to my parents' house tonight. I'm working at a camp right near their house next week. So I'm just gonna spend all week there because it saves me a lot of time on the commute. But I'll be sure to insert a picture of the grilled chicken salad right here. I packed up all of the food that was going to go bad in the next week and took that to my parents' house. So I'll be eating the fruit and I'll also give an update on what snacks were good, and I'll do that right here. And my mom very nicely has offered to take some of the things off my hands that I don't like the butternut squash ravioli and the dried meats, like the chicken stick and the turkey jerky. And now cut to my review and final thoughts of everything I ate this week and what I think of Hungryroot. It's Monday the 14th and I'm back at my apartment to pick up my Hungryroot box for next week. Ideally, I would have skipped this week, but I didn't think that far ahead. It's not a huge deal though, because I live about 45 minutes away from my parents' house. So I was just able to go to camp in the morning and drive here after that. All right, let's get into my final thoughts, starting with the cost breakdown. I paid $127 for my Hungryroot box last week, and if you add that to the $28 little shopping trip I did on Tuesday, you get $155. Everyone has their own gauge of what's expensive, but for me, $155 for 1 week of groceries for one person is a ton of money. Hungryroot uses points to put together the boxes, and they assign a certain number of points to each of the meals and snacks. And so something like the popcorn, the little bag of popcorn I got, that might be 1 point. And then something like the chicken Caesar rice bowl, that might be something like 4 or 5 points. I didn't use all of my points last week, so those just rolled over into this week. And in the box that just came, I got a whole bunch more groceries in addition to the meals. So I got stuff like fruits, vegetables. I think I even have some meat in there and some more snacks. I'm pretty sure I could have gotten all of these groceries for a whole lot less money at some place like Trader Joe's or really just any grocery store. But you're paying for the convenience, so let's talk about convenience. First of all, I think one of the biggest perks is that the box arrives right to your door. So if you do go on an extra grocery shopping trip, it's not going to be as much money. You're not carrying as many bags back to your room. So maybe that's something that's more accessible to somebody with mobility issues. And when it came to cooking or preparing, assembling the meals, none of them took more than 20 minutes. They were usually about like 5 to 20 minutes. And the breakfast, I know for sure, only took 3 minutes because I was filming myself. So I have that footage as proof. Also, all of the meals I got had a max ingredient count of 4. Some of them even had 2, like the salad and grilled chicken, 2 ingredients, so easy. And I thought they all tasted good and really were filling. I didn't feel a need to snack too much outside of the meals. The snacks I got were mostly things that I would not have picked, so I can't really judge. It's going to be a really biased judging for that. So they were okay, not great. Overall, I'm really happy with the food I got, and having a meal that was so quick and easy just right there in my fridge, that really helped me not to skip a meal or not to just go to some place like Panera and spend like $10 on a sandwich. It's definitely a luxury kind of thing. And I think most people wouldn't see it as a necessity. I definitely don't. And I think because of the price, I'm going to skip every other week. So I can kind of have things easier on a week and then go left to my own devices for a week, which is fine. But if you're looking to try something new, I'd say go for it. See what it's all about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.